The full day preschool experience really offered a lot of, especially in my instance, I have twin girls. One of them has some sensory processing delays, so she gets very overstimulated. She gets very overwhelmed by even like things like the smallest of things could set her into, she just can't learn, she can't take on the information. And having the opportunity to have the girls inside of the kindergarten or the preschool, like the kindergarten readiness classes, really gave her an opportunity to, I think, mature enough to where she was able to just process those certain things and actually take on the information. As for just general kindergarten readiness, it really helped them understanding what their routines were going to be inside the classroom, what they needed to be doing with different teachers or different classmates, how to deal with the social aspects of things. But I seriously cannot rant and rave more about our experience with it. And I think that having two children in there, because of me having twins, having the two children in there, it was very interesting seeing how the teachers interacted with each of them to prepare them differently.
USD 379 is doing some great work with their Kindergarten Readiness Task Force and also through the Citizens Review Committee. I'm excited to participate in both of those groups and help advise from an economic development perspective. A lot of my research has proven that early learning is critical for our youth, and most development happens before the age of 5. So if we can invest in early learning and kindergarten readiness, it will help to improve our economic situation. A research article from the Minneapolis Department of Treasury has indicated that for every dollar you invest into early learning and childcare, you will receive anywhere from a $5 to $16 return on your investment as a community. So every time that we work together as a community and as a school district to improve the kindergarten readiness and early learning opportunities for the children in our community, we're benefiting greatly. I was also excited as I served on the Citizens Review Committee, and childcare and early learning and kindergarten readiness was a dominating topic in every single one of those meetings with various community members. I'm excited to continue that work further as we have received a Rural Champion grant where we will have someone who will work on early learning and childcare for a whole year, and to be able to help improve the situation and continue the work and the talks that have been had through the Citizens Review Committee. I'm just really excited. I'm very passionate about early learning and childcare, and it is paramount to the economic health and development of our community. Childcare and early learning should be as important as sewer and water and streets. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And I look forward to the things that will happen with the Citizens Review Committee and through the Kindergarten Readiness Task Force.
I'm Isabel Blackwood. I'm a sophomore at CCCHS. In 8th grade, I met with my mom and a counselor to plan my 4-year high school plan, and it went into my IPS folder. And since then, it's been updated every year. I meet with a counselor and update my 4-year plan. So this is my folder, and inside it has my 4-year plan. So it has all my classes and my credits, so I know what credits I've taken and when I need to take them. It has my college plan and what I'm involved in, so when I get looking at careers and resumes, this can all go in my folder.
So Izzy, what do you want to do after high school?
I want to go to business school.
And what's your ultimate career goal?
I am planning on taking over my family company of training service dogs for people with disabilities.
What are you doing in high school as far as what classes you're taking to try to help you prepare you for that goal?
I'm in ag business right now. I know that I want to go into a career in business, and agriculture will always be a part of my life. So I can really hit both of those things with that class.
And I see on your plan that you're planning to take some college classes as you get a little bit further on too. How did you figure out what you wanted to do with college classes?
I talked to the counselors and then to my parent about what would be best suited for me and what I need to take for my college.
Great. And then one last question. I know that you've listed your clubs and activities on there. How do those relate to what you want to do for a career?
FFA, I'm a leader in FFA, so it kind of shows me being a leader, and I've done competitions that can help me in my future career, like things with animals. I've done employability skills competitions, so it can help me with my future resume and job interviews. My clubs and activities give me more responsibility and leadership, which I'll need to have if I'm going to run my own business.
And what other things, I know that your folder, your IPS folder right now just has this document in it. What other things do you envision putting in that IPS folder?
Resumes, probably scholarship stuff, college plans maybe.
Good deal.
So describe what you have gained from your job shadow experience and how that has helped you so far in your learning career.
From my job shadow, I learned about all the different kinds of welding there is. I learned how to TIG weld, which I didn't know previously, but I learned what metals can be combined and which ones cannot. And from it, I got an internship this summer.
What was your job shadow?
I job shadowed Mr. Thomas Mulligan at Dove Oil Manufacturing and Clay Center. We just went over everything that he does. So manufacturing, welding, powder coating, all that.
At Grove Clay County, I've learned a lot of things. I've learned that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and I've gotten a lot better at my people skills and talking to different people that I wouldn't talk to otherwise.
Describe your Zillow lessons and career lessons with Mr. Brun.
Last year we took a test, and it would ask us questions like it asked us if we were wanting to work outside or not, and it was just a whole bunch of questions to get to know what we might want to do, and then it gave us a whole bunch of options. I had a whole bunch, and some of them are things that I actually might like to do because of what I do in my free time.
What would you like to go into as a career?
Probably an EMT or something along the lines of a teacher. We just talked about it a little in class, and we shared with our classmates what we might like to be in the future.
So what kind of stuff can Zello help you achieve in your careers or figure out about your careers?
It can give you ideas of what you want to be and give you information about it. Carpenter.
You see carpenter on there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you're like, that's kind of interesting? Like a climatologist? What's a climatologist, do you know?
Someone that studies the climate.
Which would be what?
Like water and
Yeah,
stuff.
so let's see, go up to carpenter. Let's see what happens when we click on it. Let's explore it together. Scroll down.
Panorama is a tool that we use to kind of track how our students are doing, both attendance, academics, and social emotional. We give a survey every semester to measure students' social emotional well-being, where they are, and then it's updated nightly by connecting with PowerSchool to kind of give us attendance trends as well as academic performance. So what I'm showing you here is our attendance at one of the high schools at Clay Center High School, and it can show you kind of where we're at as far as our attendance, our average daily attendance, today's attendance, I guess it's yesterday's, and what trends we can kind of watch. And we're using this information then to go into the individual student data to tell us which students are at risk because they're not attending as regularly as we'd like them to be. So what we do, we dig deeper into this attendance data and look at it in a student by student basis. We can create groups where and I'll show you an example here, where I can identify students who are critical in academics and also critical in attendance. And then we meet as a team to decide what kind of intervention might be needed for the particular students that are in that category. We also keep an eye on those that are maybe at risk academically or at risk with attendance, so then we can intervene a little bit earlier before they reach that critical point of concern. Panorama also has a playbook, so teachers can use that to identify different interventions they might want to try with different individual students or groups of students, so it's a really cool way to track that. And we are also using that as counselors we set up small groups to kind of track their progress. Also with individuals, we can keep notes in there about different students and the interventions that we've tried early on with our students, all the way back from elementary school up through high school. And so we are being very intentional about watching students' attendance rates, their academic performance. And when we see that those two things are not going well, we will meet as a team to discuss the individual students and what kind of intervention might be needed. So for some students, we'll just start with touching base with the student to talk about what's going on. We might form a small group of students who maybe have attendance issues to talk about some strategies and things they can do to want to come to school. Also, if students are really in that situation where it's a critical situation, or if it's a family with several students in the district that are in the same family having attendance challenges, we'll have a parent meeting just to talk about what we can do to support them in getting the kids to school. So lots of things that we're trying to do with that panorama data regarding attendance to improve academic performance, and then which we hope will lead then to improving our graduation rate as they progress.
I've taken multiple dual credit courses. Personally, they help me get a one-up in my future. I want to go to school, college for nursing, so it's helping me kind of get prerequisites and things like that out of the way.
How will it help you in your future plans?
Well, it'll make it easier for me to go to college and quicker, so I will have some stuff already done before I have to actually do those things. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'll do them, I'll get them done before.
How would you describe your experience with your dual credit courses?
So far it's been pretty good. It's taught me a lot of things, and since it's my classes are extra credit or higher level science and English classes, it's helped me a lot in my classes that I'm taking now that have to do with it. So it's helped me improve a lot.
How will this dual credit online stuff help you in your future goals and what you want to do as a job or a career?
Well, one of my classes is an animal science class, and it's one of the main classes for wildlife veterinarian jobs and stuff like that. So it's teaching me a lot about that and what to expect in the future. And my other class is veterinary records and skills and stuff like that. So it's honestly just overall preparing me for both of them.
So dual credit hours at the high school are split into sort of two groups. There's online dual credits, which I've taken 2 classes of, and then there are classes in person with teachers. My experience with them is they are helpful, especially the ones in person, because they allow you to have better contact with teachers with smaller class sizes. They also allow you to go in after school and see the teachers if you need help. And since they are smaller classes, you normally have the teachers more than once in a day, so it allows you to grow a more personal connection to your teachers.